you see how much activity this little bugger's got? See how the eyes float in the head? See again, no matter what I'm doing, it's like a giant thing of jello. She's just countering for every movement I'm doing. I'm putting it in slow motion. There you go. See how the eyes can come around so nicely. This video is called Head Movements in Slow Motion. So see how she's following. She's not tracking, but she's moving around. This is Adam. This is Claudia's little boy.
Was by what?
He just was waking up or whatever, but I mean, he doesn't have torticollis, but again, you can see where the eyes are coming out. I think he was, what, 3 days old here? 2 days?
3 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. He was born 40 weeks full term, no drugs. Look at how long his hands are. See how the hands are all out? And again, this is all purposely in slow motion just to show you all the different, see how the nice movements of the chest cavity, how the chest is rolling into the pelvis there. See how the weight on the floor through the pelvis. Again, my hand movements, again, I'm not in startle, I'm just this nice going for, but look at again the eyes, how nice they float versus what we did with Gordon when he contracted the eyes. Notice too that the face is back, almost like you've got a facelift versus that worried brow. See the difference with the worried brow almost? Now he's okay still, but you know, there's stuff going on in his family a little bit, but you know, he's okay. But the countering is still just not as nice, but he was a full-term baby.
Does the worried brow indicate anything?
Yeah, because it shows contractions into the eyes, which shouldn't be happening. A baby's eyes really should be, you don't have binocular vision yet, right? So this is binocular, where my eyes eventually will come to you in a long plane, right? So no matter how I scan around, my eyes really work like this. What binocular vision is when the eyes are going like that, right? But a baby, that's what they are. So when they're lying there, they're not doing this, they're doing this. So as their heads are moving around, right? I'm not really focusing on everything, I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. But see if my head goes up, I'm trying to do this and blink, okay, sorry. All right, so when my head goes up and goes down and around, see how my eyes just kind of float around my head, but I'm not tracking, they're going with my head, but, you know, I've got that conversation. When I have a worried brow, and I'm doing this, see already the difference of that strain through the face? And if I have a real worried brow, so I still don't have binocular vision, but I'm almost purposely now crossing the eyes. And for that system to suddenly go from this to this, that's a big change in vision to go from here. See? So when you're worried, you get more of a cross-eyed. Otherwise, the eyes just should go like this. So I'll go back to this little bugger, the girl. Sorry, because she just had that. See the difference? See how her eyes are kind of just floating in her head?
How old is she?
I think she was maybe 2 to 3 weeks there. See, there's startle going on, but you don't see the startle through the eyes. Does that make more sense? Whereas here, see, he's just a little bit stiff through the upper chest cavity, so his pelvis is trying to do the work, but he's just a little bit more. And I have to go much smaller with those head movements, trying to get. But again, see how I'm just gazing into his eyes, waiting for him to respond to me, and there. See, now he's starting to improve. See the difference? How the eyes just shifted right there. Does that make sense?
He looks a little less worried, too.
Huh?
Seems like he looks
Right.
a little less worried.
Because the eyes came out. But you can see how next function's getting better. He's starting to twist in the chest more. Again, the system. And then here, yeah, here comes Max. So now Max spent 10 days in the NICU. He was 5 weeks premature. He's missing a third of his heart. So see here where he's left, left, right, right.
Yeah, he's like a little roller.
Yeah.
Completely different kid when you see him now. He's like color.
Oh, I'll do
He
this
looks
way.
like Sylvie.
See, again, his worried look? And even the way he presents himself, he almost looks like a little old man. Does that make sense too? But he's just, okay, right there. See how the chest cavity starts to go? The eyes come out. You see the difference right there?
And the legs change. When there's these moments that the things that are supposed to happen,
Yeah.
happen, everything goes like,
Now look at this, Ted. La-di-da-di-da. See the jello? It's like, you know.
we could probably pause this because this camera doesn't pick up this, it's just rolling.
That's okay, I can always go in and out. But does this make more sense? Can you see the difference? See again, see where the head's moving like this? Even though the eyes are closed, I'm not worried about that child having vision. Because if the child had vision issues, even with the eyes closed, you would not get that kind of head movements. Does that make more sense, though, too? And what I'm trying to show you here is that information that a month-old baby is going to give you, a day-old baby, that you can quickly redirect it, which I'm showing you with all these lessons. Even if they do have, quote, a genetic disorder, that child just improved within an hour. So mathematically, if she improved within that hour, I'm expecting this week to be really beneficial for her because, you know what I mean? It's just, and as she improves, I already have so much to work on. And as she, you know what I mean? Like, so it just compounds that into a good way. And also where I can show the parents too of, okay, now that we're here and we've seen all these kind of branches off in development, now this is where you need to go and continue working with that child.